Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I feel privileged to welcome my honorable lecturer, Madam Nurhayati binti Rasid, and all my friends. Today, I want to share with you about the activity that I had done during the MCO, which is home gardening. During the MCO, most of us are feeling bored and stressed being confined in the house. So at that time, if we scroll newsfeed on the Facebook or Instagram, many suggest various of activities that we can do. Some of us are making DIY crafts such as mask extender. Some are trying to make dalgona coffee. And also some of them initiate to do home gardening, including me. So, what is home gardening? It is a small garden cultivated by you, and when you harvest it, you eat by yourself. It is just a small scale, just for you and your family. For those who enjoy the outdoors, you may consider this activity. It enables you to get some free exercise and bring the entire family together. If you are thinking what tree you should plant, it depends on how big is your space at home. As for me, at my house, I have a small piece of land, so I decided to plant that I usually use in my cooking, such as lemongrass, turmeric, chili, and kaffir lime. For those who live in the apartment or a condominium that have a limited space, you may plant in the pot and place it on the corridor. You may choose to plant herbs, spring onion, rosemary, and basil. It is also so practical if you can arrange it on your dining table or your dry kitchen. If you ask me, is it difficult or not to do this? My answer is of course yes, not because I don't have green thumb, but because I don't have much knowledge on it. So, at first, you need to gain some knowledge by knowing what type is your plant, how big it will grow, how much sunlight it requires, and when you can harvest it. You can do the research just by googling it. All the information and experiences from others are in there. Also, you can do try and error because we don't know which conditions suits them. Like the quote from the Janet, there are no gardening mistakes, only experiments. If you are worried about the pests or insect that will ruin your plant, you don't have to, because usually they will attack the large-scale garden. This issue will not occur if you just plant one type in one pot. If it happened to you, you may use organic pesticides such as vermicide that brews from vermicompost. Have you heard of vermicompost? Vermicompost or worm compost is the process of using earthworm to break down the kitchen or garden waste. It is faster than normal composting. When you have the vermicide, you just spray to the plant every day until the pests or insect die. Can we grow two plants in one pot? Absolutely can. If both of them are the same type, it doesn't matter. Just make sure that both of them share the same growing condition. However, if both of them are different type, need to see either the plant A give or take the nutrient from the plant B, or vice versa. At some point, they can be a complement to each other. For example, plant A is a nitrogen fixer plant, while plant B really needs a nitrogen element to grow. So, plant A give the nitrogen, plant B take the nitrogen. Do we need to fertilize the plant? Of course, because we don't know what nutrient or composition of our soil. So, at first, you need to know what type is your plant and what kind of fertilizer that it needs. If your plant requires potassium but you give phosphorus, it doesn't help the plant to grow. Either make the plant worse or making the soil rich with the element. In Malaysia, there is one activist that got hot and famous in practicing the home gardening, which inspired me the most. I know her from the Instagram. Her name was Nur Aisyah Samsudin. She already had a master and had a great job, but it doesn't make her feel happy. So she decided to went back to her hometown and cultivate her late father's land. Now she doesn't have to go to grocery anymore to buy the vegetable. She just eat what she had planted. This kind of activity actually can influence other people by creating healthy food and healthy lifestyle. We can persuade our family members to join and do it together. Besides, there are plenty of benefits that we can get from the gardening, such as it can boost our mood, it can decrease the chances of depression, and protect our memory, and etc. Home gardening also good for our earth. Why did I say that? Did you know most of our fruit and vegetables are not from our country? They have been imported from the outside, such as from China, to fulfill our demand. So, if we grow our own food, we can reduce the demand and make the greenhouse gas release decrease. Since the transportation of the food are not as active as before. What I can learn from the home gardening is that I can reflect it with life. This life is all about journey. When you grow the plant, it is like the moment you do the good deeds, and when you harvest the plant, it is like the moment you harvest the good deed in hereafter. Like the wise saying, to plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. Besides, when your plant grows healthily and give a good outcome, it is like you raise a baby that can call you Mama. The excitement and joy, I guess, the same. Lastly, I want to share 4 tips with all of you on how to plant. First, you need a pot. Second, pour the soil into the pot. Third, place the seedling into the soil. And fourth, water it twice daily. You may get all the items at EcoShop. At low price, you can get what you want, such as soil, fertilizer, gardening tool, and so on. I end my sharing with beautiful quote from Elizabeth. Gardening is like an art. The flower and the plant are like the paints. The sky and the soil is like the canvas.